2018 Indian Wells. Here we go. Can Federer win the title? Can he defend the Indian Wells title again? Will he keep the #1 spot? Tennis Preacher Prophet Cycle. Let's get it going. This is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, and that tennis pastor coming back at you again with a special spotlight preview on Indian Wells. And who do I have today? I have Mr. Tiafoe. Yes, I want to spotlight Tiafoe. Now I know there are some people probably saying, well, Magic Man, why are you spotlighting Tiafoe before all these other guys like Del Potro? Why don't you spotlight Del Potro, Demetroph in the Indian Wells? A lot of other guys. Why are you spotlighting? Of course, I'm going to spotlight the other guys too. But you're probably asking, why are you spotlighting Tiafoe? Okay, and I know some of y'all may be laughing. I had a couple subscribers. I took and said some, it was a scenario. I said that if Federer gets put out of a major, I got this new term, people. It's called the Federer effect. That means if Federer goes out, including this Indian major, this Indian Wells tournament, if Federer goes out, all of a sudden, all the gates of heaven and hell opens up, and anybody can win this thing. So now let's come back to this whole, why am I spotlighting Tiafoe? I know everybody's at, why Tiafoe? Okay, well, let me just tell y'all why before you laugh. If you haven't heard, Tiafoe did win the Del Rey Beach Tournament. Now, I know somebody may be saying, well, so what? There was other guys that won tournaments during that time, too. There was guys that won to Dubai, and we had Del Potro winning the Acapulco. But let me get back to Tiafoe. Tiafoe, people, I didn't know this. He's the youngest American to win a tournament in 16 years. Now, not the first American to win, but the youngest. I mean, he's younger than Jack Sock. We know Jack Sock won the Paris Masters last year. But Tiafoe is the youngest American, so that says something. Boy, he's only 20, and he already won him a tournament here. Okay, now in that tournament, before y'all laugh, y'all read now, Tiafoe did beat Del Potro. Those of you who want to take the tournament for granted, he beat, consecutively, you may say, well, maybe he didn't beat anybody worth anything. Okay, I think he beat Del Potro. And after that, he took Kara Chung. Y'all know Chung, that made it to the semifinals. And after that, then Tiafoe beat Shapovalov. Then beat him. Okay, now. So you may be saying, why am I spotlighting Tiafoe in the Indian Wells? I did tell y'all when I did the Tiafoe when I was previewing him back in the Del Rey Beach thing, no, after he won it, what I like is that Tiafoe has tapped into the mental stuff. He's playing really mental now, calm, mental. And a lot of the new players haven't tapped into that mental stuff. And that's what wins titles. And it wins majors, that mental stuff. Tiafoe, and let me tell y'all something else that impressed me about Tiafoe. Out of all the people that won their tournaments, including Del Potro too, in the Acapulco, Del Potro, I think Tiafoe beat his opponent the worst. Now, I know you may be saying, well, I think he beat, what's his name, Gojo. I'm sort of, so I won't mispronounce his name. I'm just sort of giving the nickname they give him, Gojo. So Gojo ain't no joke. So Tiafoe beat him like 6-1 the first set, and I think it was 6-4 the second set, but it was 6-1. Okay, so now you might be saying, okay, Magic Man got you. Okay, Tiafoe is sort of on a roll. He got a lot of potential. He may win a major in the next year or two or whatever. He's definitely a top American. You know what Tiafoe has done with his good mental game now? He sort of ran ahead of the pack of the American players. Like, not just the American players. If you ask me right now, who do I think is going to win a major first? Okay, a month ago I said Chung. I'm going to tell you, it could be Tiafoe. Tiafoe could win a major just as quick as Chung. And in that match against Chung in the Del Rey tournament, Chung had 7 to 8 match points, people, and Tiafoe, he mentally still closed it out. Chung was not able to make Tiafoe choke. Normally, Tiafoe would choke. Okay, you said, okay, Magic Man, we get you, whether we agree with you or not, we understand why you are spotlighting Tiafoe. But okay, Magic Man, how well do you think Tiafoe gonna win the Indian Wells? Okay, no, I don't think he's gonna win it. Well, listen, if Federer goes out, hey, he does have a chance of winning. If Federer goes out, a lot of people have a chance of winning. But I'm assuming Federer is not going to go out, and I got Federer to be the clear favorite, and I sort of think Federer is going to win it. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, that Federer is the favorite, and Federer doesn't get upset. How well would Tiafoe do in the tournament? Okay, and so I'm going to use the old betting analogy to sort of give y'all some idea of where I see Tiafoe at right now. Okay, let's say somebody comes up to me and say, Magic Man, I bet you $1,000 that Tiafoe will win the Indian Wells. Okay, I bet that 1,000 quick. I bet 1,000. I even give you some odds if you want 3 or 4 to 1. I don't think he'll win Indian Wells. Okay, with Federer in now. Like I said, if Federer goes out, that changes everything. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling that now the Federer effect. I'm gonna make a separate video about that one. Okay, about that term, the Federer effect. Okay, now. So if somebody say, okay, Magic Man, I bet you $1,000 that Tiafoe will make it to the finals of Indian Wells. Okay, I bet that quick. Okay, I bet that quick. I don't know. I don't think he'll make it to the finals. I bet that. Okay. Now they say, so one of my subscribers will come to me and say, Magic Man, I bet you $1,000 that Tiafoe will make it to the semifinals. Just make it to the semifinals. Okay. I won't bet you on that, okay? So I'm letting you know, I think Tiafoe could have a good tournament because he got the mental now. That mental stuff carries you a long ways. Now, listen, it's always good to see if a guy can build, when he wins one tournament, can he build on a tournament that's right after that. Now, sometimes, listen, just because Tiafoe could get upset, maybe he could be a little burnout, not a burnout. Now, that's crazy, not burnout. But sometimes you can be on a high and may not be, you may not have, you may still be in a surreal mode from the last tournament, so you come into the next tournament and lose. It's possible and lose in the early rounds. People, listen, even Federer people, now listen, I'm talking about somehow, when Federer won his first major, he didn't really go on, or after he beat Philippoussis in the 2003 Wimbledon, he didn't win the next major to the Australian Open. He lost in the U.S. Open, and Andy Roddick won the U.S. Open, and Andy Roddick was #1 for 3 months. So even Federer didn't win the Wimbledon, then the U.S. Open, bill on that, and then wax people in the U.S. Open. No. So that can happen. Just because Tiafoe loses in the Indian Wells in the early rounds, that don't mean that my prediction that Tiafoe is going to win a major is not true. Now, that's crazy. Yeah, sometimes people do bill on it. I think because Tiafoe got the mental now, I think whether he win Indian Wells or not, I think he's going to have a good tournament. And he's going to put out guys. He's going to beat guys that he would normally lose against. He's going to beat them this time. Okay? So let me get back to the betting analogy. So I said if somebody came up and betted me $1,000, say, Magic Man, I bet you $1,000 Tiafoe will make it to the semifinals. I won't bet him on that. So I'm giving y'all a sense. I think Tiafoe could make it to the semifinals of the Wimbledon. Not the Wimbledon, the Indian Wells. I'm thinking about the Wimbledon for some reason. Okay? So, so I think Tiafoe can have a good tournament because I think he will build on it. And like I said before, just if he doesn't have a tournament, good Indian Wells, that don't mean he ain't going to come back into Miami and have a good tournament there. Or it doesn't mean that he ain't going to have a good clay court season. Okay? All right, people. So, but what I do think, though, I think Tiafoe has tapped into something special, and I think he's head of the pack. I think he's top. He's definitely one of the top new generational guys. And not just new generation. I'm saying from the age of 17 to 26. He's one of those top guys now, okay? He's already up there just on the mental stuff. I put him up there at Kyrgios already. Already he's up there. And he may be above Kyrgios because he got the mental. Because y'all know how Kyrgios be head tripping. And Kyrgios has been injury prone lately too. Okay, people, tennis. 2018 Indian Wells. Federer defend his number one title? Can he keep it? Can he defend his Indian Wells? This is going to be 2018 Indian Wells. Tennis preacher, tennis prophet, tennis psychic, tennis pastor. Let's get this going. 2018 Indian